We are live on YouTube, Juanito. We are live. Diles buenos días. No te puedo ver. This is in the way. This is really in the way. Are you typing up something, Juanito? Are you typing something? Don't stop till you get enough. Woo. Yes. AM 1370. You ready? Don't hit live yet until you're ready to talk. Juan, you need to either scoot over or this is in the wrong place. We're live on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Buenos días. This is Nuestra Comunidad Noroeste de Indiana. Súbele el volumen, Rolanda. Súbele el volumen.
So when you change the passwords, I need them all for that.
We're live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook, and we're almost on the air. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, can you guys join me in prayer this morning, please? Because prayer is needed all the time. You know, sometimes we get blinded when we're all in the flesh. Let's enjoy this song, everybody. Baila. Juan, you chose this song, so come on, get in the rhythm. What? What is up with you, Juanito? Can somebody holler at him? Buenos dias, Ronnie. Hey, how you doing, Ronnie James? And anybody else out there? Baila, baila. Hope you guys like this song. Na, 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 na. Let me text Dr. Gopal. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to tell her what number to call. We have an awesome guest coming up in just a few minutes. Hey. I get text all day long. I get calls all day long. And I'm just one little me. And I will answer when God said so. Okay, never mind. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Say good morning to our viewers, Juanito.
Good morning, Nuestra Comunidad, Northwest Indiana, and only on WLTH radio.
We're not on the air yet. We can get on now. Yep. Thank you. All right. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Here live on radio. AM 1370, the Region's Choice and the People's Voice, and also 92.7 FM and live on Facebook and YouTube and streaming live as well on 1370WLTH.com. So, buenos días, Juanito. ¿Cómo estás?
And that's Facebook for Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, we got to make that
subscribe
point.
To our channel.
Watch it on ours too.
Our Facebook.
Go in and friend us. We have a page we have a like page and we have a friends page, just in case you guys didn't know. The like page is Nuestra Comunidad NWI, and the friends page is Nuestra Comunidad NWI WLTH. So the views expressed by the host and the callers of this show are not necessarily the views of WLTH radio management, owners, and sponsors and advertisers. And we're going to have an awesome guest calling in. She's a very, very busy woman with a lengthy bio. Her portfolio, I mean, what she does and what she's been doing, it's incredible. It's phenomenal, and it's an honor and a blessing to have her as a friend that I can call as a friend. And does Dr. Gopal will be calling in shortly this morning. And so we're going to talk about her and her acknowledgement and also what she's doing to make a difference. Juanito,
Totally.
I know you got something there.
Okay.
What you got?
Well, this is on behalf of, well, let me just read it because it's a press release. Get ready, Northwest Indiana. The Howard Gospel Choir of Howard University will be in concert on March the 11th, 2019 at the Friendship Missionary Baptist Church, 1545 Wake Street in Gary, Indiana. Doors open at 7 p.m. Concert starts at 7:30 p.m. A free will offering will be taken. This event is hosted by the New Friendship Anointed Voices Choir President Sis Cheryl Lear, Pastor Reverend Royce F. Robinson, Sr. For further information, contact Sister Antoinette Gaines at 219-810-4353.
Keep going.
Okay.
So we can
Okay,
get
I'll go
all
on
that out the way.
with my announcements here real quickly. Today, ladies and gentlemen, you have the 2019 Public Legislative Forum hosted by Representative Earl L. Harris Jr. It is at the Glen Theater, 20 West Ridge Road. You're going to have Mr. Earl Harris, Vernon Smith, who is the representative, Representative Reagan Hatcher, Senator Lonnie M. Randolph, and Senator Eddie Melton. That's at 12 noon today at the Glen Theater at 20 West Ridge Road. For more information about the upcoming Little League in East Chicago, contact Joe at 219-775-5668. We have our 3-day high school reunion hosted by the class of 1976, Washington High School. This year, we are welcoming all the alums from Washington High School. And it starts on Thursday, July the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, 3 whole days for a total of $175. On the first day at the meet and greet at the Dynasty in Hammond, Indiana, we have Together playing, and we have open bar during the time period that we are there. That just for that event itself, that one day it's $50 per person. Attire is casual. The next day is a cruise and family style dinner a cruise at Navy Pier. That itself is an all white attire situation. Cost for this one is $100 per person, cash bar, and a DJ. And there will be some party buses available leaving Central High School to go there and come back so that no one has to drive. And the third day will be a picnic at Washington Park. It will be a potluck picnic, and we may have a special event there if some of the people from the alumni classes want to participate. So we go to ECW class of 1976, 43rd class reunion for our Facebook. Contact numbers real quickly are Johnny Mitchell, 773-426-9295, and Eli Barbosa at 219-201-4281 for more information. You got the Hammond Hispanic Community Committee will be having their 3rd annual scholarship dinner dance Friday, April the 26th at 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. featuring Alexis Vasquez Dilo. She is the co-owner of WJOB AM 1230 Radio, Lake County Judicial Officer Courtroom number 4. It will be at St. James Hall at 9640 Kennedy Avenue in Hammond, Indiana. $50 single ticket, couple 85, a table $350, and it seats 8. Go to evenbright.com/e/HHCC-219 Scholarship Award ceremony tickets. And then, ladies and gentlemen, next Friday in our very studio, we have Miss Araceli Corona. She is going to be talking about Medicare health plans and more. There's a lot more baby boomers that are reaching the age of 65 or already 65 right now, and she has some very valuable information as it relates to people in that age category and the choices that you have when it comes to Medicare. She will be our very special guest next Friday, March the 8th, on Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana. And let me conclude by saying this about our show on Saturday, the 9th. There's an organization in Chicago that has to do with Hispanic doctors and Hispanic medical personnel, and they are there to help other people that are of Hispanic descent and help encourage more Hispanics to become doctors and so forth and this and that in the health field. We are going to have the secretary of this organization calling in next Saturday to talk about all that they do. And they have a major event coming up later this month. But then I've been talking to the secretary, who is our guest next Saturday, about how about a chapter of their organization in Northwest Indiana. So we've been talking, and we're looking to hopefully create a Northwest Indiana chapter of that organization so we can promote in Northwest Indiana more Hispanics and Latinos to become doctors and get into the health field. So I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about that next Saturday. And at some point, we will have a Northwest Indiana chapter of their chapter, but more information when next Saturday and only on Nuestra Comunidad Northwest Indiana. And I know where to start that conversation here in Northwest Indiana.
Okay.
Go ahead. Thank you.
It's 12 minutes after the hour. We have Dr. Gopal calling in just a few minutes. And you guys know that we are the only bilingual talk radio program of its kind in the region and beyond. And I thank you for listening to us. I thank you for joining us every Friday at 5 o'clock and every Saturday at 10 in the morning. Pero a veces hablamos mucho inglés y poco español, Juanito. Saludos allá, mi gente en Guanajuato, en Celaya, en Salvatierra, allá en Puebla, en diferentes lugares de México, DF, la capital. También saludos a Houston, Texas, Corpus Christi, Florida. See, where else have we been watching? California, Corona, mi familia allá, Los Pérez y los Enríquez, si están viéndonos, les mandamos un caluroso saludo, un fuerte abrazo para todos ustedes y sepan que este programa no simplemente es en inglés, aunque a veces hablamos más inglés que en español. A veces tenemos invitados que hablan puro español y otros puro inglés y algunos que hablan los dos idiomas. Así es que no voy a decir nos disculpen porque no tenemos programas más en español, pero vamos a hacerlo este año, ¿verdad que sí, Juanito?
Eve,
yes.
thank you for you.
Vamos a hacerlo más en español,
No,
¿verdad sí, Juanito?
I don't know if you got to hear the case. I mean,
Father God, give him some listening ears.
Where we have Mr. Jose
¿Cuál?
Javier Lopez.
Yeah.
That was a bilingual program that we did, both he and
I'm sure those that listened know it, and that's what I'm saying. Yes. But I said en español. ¿Verdad que sí, Juanito? Vamos a tener más programas en español. Okay, that's all. Okay, so it's 14 minutes after the hour. I just want to make an announcement real quick at 2 o'clock. I know I've been like running. My time is my time, and I am so busy serving the Lord, not serving you. Serving the Lord, but by serving the Lord, it means some of you get to be blessed by the Lord using me. And in that, what I'm saying and why I'm saying this is because I'll get to you when I get to you. There's only one of me, and I am not going to feel overwhelmed. I am working on several projects. God is using me to work on certain projects. It's not even about me. It's about what's in me. And for those of you that know what I am speaking of, those of you that know my language, know our language, you understand that. And I get it that not everybody understands this language because some of us are too much in the flesh and not enough in the spirit. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to start a program on the radio, not here in WLTH, but God has a platform for me, and I am a world traveler, and I just need to spread the news, spread the gospel, not the gossip. And for those of you that want to talk gossip, keep it away from Juan and myself. Because what we want to, well, I'll speak for myself, what we want to hear is the truth, facts of things that are going on in the community, not to make it a gossip. I don't like bashing people. I see how politicians do that, Juanito. Remember we talked about this the other day? Why do they have to bash each other to get to the position that's already called their name to be? If it is meant for you, it will be for you. And just as I'm going to bring up a wonderful powerhouse of a guest calling in. She has an extensive bio, and I'm just so honored to even know her. And you know, it's so how God works, Juanito. I've been interpreted for her. I've interpreted in her office, and here we are. working on a project that is going to help children, is going to help young adolescents, teenagers that have been victims of human trafficking. And, some people say that's not called human trafficking, that's called prostitution when we're talking about young adults. We have a lot of 18, 19-year-olds that are missing, people. They are missing. Doesn't necessarily mean they're runaways. It could have started out as a runaway and somebody got them. And so we want you to continue to watch, continue to listen. And I do mean listen. That is a skill. And I'm going to keep saying it. We all need to practice that skill. Listening
it's the key
is
word.
a skill. Didn't you hear what I just said? We?
Yes.
See, he wasn't even here. You see my point, guys?
I'm only supplementing. I don't know.
Maybe that's why I got more gray hair. I allow you to get up into my skin. I am not.
It goes with
it's called
age.
Wisdom.
It's called age. Okay.
Age means nothing. Wisdom means everything.
We all have wisdom.
Here,
some
I'm
more
going.
than others. Some more than others.
Some people have common sense, and if common sense was so common, everyone would have it. And I'm speaking the truth, guys. That's all I'm going to speak on. And in speaking the truth, we really need your support. This could be your child, not yours, funny though, because you don't have any yet. This could be your child that could be human trafficked. This could be your neighbor's child. This could be your daughter. And you don't even know it, because kids are threatened to keep it quiet or they'll harm their mom, dad, or relative. This is real stuff, people. This is real stuff. And don't forget, at 2:00, I got an amazing interview as well from another committee member from, from the Committee for Safe Coalition of Human Rights. And so I'm just going to read a little bit of who Dr. Gopal is. She's PhD, HSPP, President-elect, Illinois Psychological Association member, National Register of Health Service Provider in Psychology, Board of Directors, APA, Society for Clinical Psychology, past president, Section 156, Division 12, APA, Clinical Psychology of Women from 2012 to 2014. She's Chair Women's Issues Section, IPA, from 2014 to 2017. She's also the founder, CEO of Safe Coalition for Human Rights, which is Safe CHR. It is a 501c3. You guys have gotten an invite. If you're on my social media, on my Facebook, you've gotten an invite to like that page. That's one of the pages that I'm helping manage. She is in Illinois, Indiana, and Florida, and that's Mid-America Psychological Counseling Services, PC. She is the president of that. Clinics are in Chicago, Calumet City, Maryville, Munster, Gary, Miller Beach, Florida, Naples, and Fort Myers. So she is everywhere. Not necessarily that she's in all of the offices. She has doctors that are partnering and working with her. But when I saw that, I was like, wow, no wonder she got recognized, that they were honor her along with 20 others, as I mentioned yesterday. But I know that not everyone was listening yesterday. She has an extensive history of making a difference. And so she'll be calling in just a few minutes. I just got a text from her. I just want to thank her again for having a heart for our youth, for having a heart to save them. In case you guys didn't know, but the Super Bowl Sundays, they rescue a lot of victims of human trafficking there on that day. And just recently, the owner of the Patriots, they caught him doing the act. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. We have so many evil spirits in us that we need to work at it every single day, not to have them.
That was a sting, and that was not human trafficking. He just solicited prostitution from one adult to another.
Didn't I just say that this morning? Okay. That people say it's not human trafficking? It is. We just use the term prostitution. No.
Prostitution.
If you go and read the article,
but
if you go in the article,
let me say this: some of the people that maybe are human trafficked are used for prostitution, but I don't think that was a sting that he got caught up in. And what else?
He got caught up in? Okay, what do you mean? Like by default? Like he sorry that he got caught up? What would it explain?
He's a billionaire. What else? He's probably done anything and everything, and I'm sure he's got lawyers left and right. So being charged with prostitution to a billionaire is like what our president has been doing left and right, because he's got money left and right to get lawyers here and lawyers there and this and that.
So what does that say?
It just say
SOL. The poor man is SOL. Just like the young boy that got, he killed somebody, I think, and he got a rape. No, he killed somebody. He got probation because he was too rich and didn't know how to handle being locked up. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Juan, you're in the system, working in the system. Change it.
You know what?
No. You know, sometimes
Okay,
we're too
you know what?
complacent.
No,
We're too complacent.
Okay,
We're too
haven't I said
comfortable.
you got good judges, bad judges, ugly judges, and the
Juan,
same thing with
so
everybody?
you talk the
but you know what?
talk.
No.
You talk the talk. You always say that the system has to change. You are in there.
It's not correct. It's not.
You're in there. Make a difference.
Work. It needs work.
Well, don't just talk it. Walk it. You're in there. You're in there. I'm outside looking in.
The biggest thing I can contribute that
You're
we teach
in there, Juanito.
legal literacy throughout this whole state.
But by the time we do that, how many people have gotten affected? You're in the system. You're in there, Juanito. I'm looking from the outside in, and I have a big mouth. Thank you, Lord. I have a big mouth, and I'm going to advocate for those that are messed up in the system, that have dropped the ball, and I know this to be true.
But we can't change the whole
We can change.
We can do it within our area.
Well, thank you. Can you say that again, Juanito?
Within our area,
can you say it again?
What we can. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to hold you to that one. Anyway, we're up. I think our guest called in. Easier said than done. Audrey, if we just keep talking and don't try it, then we're just going to be talking. Is she up? Or is it caller? Oh, yes. Oh, okay. She's going to hold? Okay, wonderful. So we have Dr. Gopal on the line, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to go on a commercial. If you want to go now, I don't know. You tell us. Well, let's just hit it, girlfriend. We'll be back after these commercial breaks or a break.
He's a billionaire. He got caught off.
That's what I'm saying. What do you mean got caught off? He knows what he was doing. Well, got caught off. It's like, what?
What's a prostitution charge going to do to him? Nothing.
But can I tell you something? Well. Can I tell you where he can be going?
He's an owner of.
Can I tell you where he's going to be going? If he does not repent, can I tell you where he's going to go? To hell. And it is my business to pray for those people.
People don't make choices, right?
But we have to pray for them because people have spirits in them. Okay. Read the Bible, Juan, you'll know. It's a beautiful day here, guys. Happy Saturday. I'm just excited. I don't know about Juan, but can you feel my energy? Can you feel my energy, Rolanda? Yeah. Yes. It's a good God day every single day.
What did you put in your coffee?
I don't know, but it's not my coffee. You should know that already. How long you've known me? People sometimes ride with me, or I ride with them, and they get to see the real EVE. And I'm not here to be controlled by people. I'm not here to be controlled by the devil. I'm not here to be controlled because I am unstoppable. And yesterday, kudos to the women in the eldership, the women that were out there, that were on the platform, that were leading the prayer. It was powerful, praying for the families, praying for politicians, praying for finances, praying for our youth, praying for safety in the schools. It was powerful yesterday. It was powerful yesterday. And I really would like to ask you that when you know that I am in church and prayer, make it about that. Don't make it about anything else. If you want to comment on my Facebook Live, make it about where we're in the moment, we're in prayer, because the devil will use you to distract somebody. And I don't let it distract me. Obviously, whoever is praying, not praying, if something else comes up. So let's be in prayer. It says in the Bible, pray without ceasing. What does that mean? Pray without ceasing. Keep on praying all day long, not just in the morning, not just at night. And don't thank God just when you got something. Thank God when you don't have something. Thank God when you got it bad. That's right. When you think you got when you got it good, keep your faith up. When you think you got it bad, keep your faith up. Speaking of keep your faith up, if Rolanda towards the end can find me a song that's called Faith Up by the Family. Oh, and by the way, the Family is actually opening up. I don't know if it's this weekend. I hope I didn't miss it. The Misfits. Faith Up by the Family. Saludos, greetings to my family that's called The Family. They are Christian rappers. They are on YouTube. They are on Spotify. Yep, they keep your faith up. Keep your faith up. You got to keep your faith up. I'm just telling you, you got to keep your faith up. And it's not easier said than done, but if you don't work at it every single day, you know what? Life is a never-ending working process and progress. If you keep looking back, if you keep going back to yesterday, then you're not moving forward. And we need you to move forward. You need yourself to move forward. I'm just saying. So at 2:00, we'll be on the road doing an interview. Okay, she's finding a quiet place. All right. And by the way, guys, please stop on in. Parents, register your children to our Stop the Bullying. We talk about how this needs to stop. We have solutions here on the 8th, Friday, limited to, we are space limited, stopbullying.today. Please register. We need you to register. Although it's a free event, we need you to register to stopbullying.today. It is free. We got Danny Camacho and RJ Griffith Entertainment. We also have prizes, breakout sessions. So get inspired with the panelist experts. This is a free conference. It's designed for parents and students ages 7 to 16. It is a free event in East Chicago, 4429 Olcott Avenue in East Chicago. For more information, call 219-742-7699. 742-7699. Yeah. And you know, Dr. Gopal is a very busy woman. Very busy woman. So she's trying to find a quiet place because she's working. But I appreciate her coming on. Very much so. All right. We are coming back. All right, we are back. This is Nuestra Comunidad Noroeste de Indiana, aquí radicando en inglés y en español desde nuestros estudios en Gary, Indiana, WLTH AM 1370. And we have Dr. Gopal on the line. Good morning, Dr. Gopal. Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning. How are you?
I am.
A little faint, but I can hear
you. You can hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, wonderful.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for putting some time out from your busy schedule to be here with us. And first of all, as I mentioned yesterday, of course, you didn't know, but I want to congratulate you, and I want you to tell everyone, because see, God wants people to know what he's doing for us, and you are being recognized nationally, top 20, right? So Dr. Gopal is on the line. Tell us a little bit about you, Dr. Gopal.
Well, I think it's really, the award should really go to all those women who have struggled so hard and come out of human trafficking and domestic violence and sexual assault. All those women have done far more for this planet, I think, than I could ever do. And really the award is for them, not for me.
Awesome.
But on behalf of them, if I were to take this, it's a award stating that we work with victims of human trafficking, victims of crime, victims of domestic violence. Who I have the greatest admiration for them. I just don't know how to put that in. But honestly, the day-to-day struggle of just waking up and making it through the day for anyone who has been victimized at some point in their life with sexual assault or with domestic violence, human trafficking. These are women and men included, who survive every single day as best as they can. And I think we are here from the professional capacity to support and empower these people, these individuals, very, very brave individuals.
And
that award is a congressional award given by Danny Davis, Representative Danny Davis, this coming Saturday in Chicago.
And congratulations, by the way. And I am humbled and honored to have you on as a friend and as a person that has a big heart for our kids, and I admire that of you, Dr. Gopal, and that's your heart. So that recognition goes to you as well. And yes, it is on behalf of everyone else. But if it wasn't for your heart to bring people together for the common goal to rescue, to save our youth, adolescents, and anyone that's a victim to human trafficking. It all started with you, Dr. So I thank you.
Yeah.
I thank you here
Thank you.
publicly. And
Thank you, Eve. Thank you for all your support. I think what it is, this whole project we are undertaking is huge. It's a community project. It's a massive dream. But I think it's about the community. It's about keeping our community safer. We should be able to send our kids off to school and not worry that someone's going to approach them, someone's going to nab them. They should be able to walk to the corner grocery store and pick up things for food, pick up bread.
right,
They
right,
shouldn't be fearful of having to walk the streets. And our parents should not be fearful about sending our kids out. So we need safer cities. And in order to be a safer city, we have to have some infrastructure. And part of that infrastructure is sending a message out that people who are perpetrators, people who are violent, people who are criminals are not welcome. They're not welcome in our town. They're not welcome in our city. They're just absolutely not welcome. And keep our kids safe. And that is our promise to our families.
right, right.
And if we can keep that promise, we have to then basically put our money where our mouth is and then get these children in a way that they're safe. And to keep them safe, we have to make sure we have the education curriculum in schools, teaching our kids how to become more resilient. We have a great school system. We have very good school systems in our area. I know they're bashed up quite a bit, but honestly, our teachers do everything they can to protect kids. I've seen teachers who will literally bring their lunch and then share with the children. It's just beautiful how parents and children and teachers can get together and work. And one of our projects is an advocacy program so that kids who are high risk, kids are actually very bright, but there's so much social and peer pressure not to do well in school. So what happens to our kids who are bright is they start failing. And when they start failing, parents are confused, wondering if they're doing drugs, wondering if they're doing something else.
Right.
And these kids fall by the wayside, getting punished time after time instead of being listened to and instead of being intervened. So they're going to be teaching parents how to advocate for their children, and they're going to be making clear leaders within the community. When they have leadership, they just don't have the mentorship to become leaders. So I'm very glad you're one of our mentors too, to help our kids do better.
Yeah, exactly. And you have several programs that will be taking place in the schools. Am I correct?
Correct. We have several programs. One program we have is a survivor mentor and clinician program where we have the statewide grant to work with parents, with children, and to work with survivors so that we have survivors who have lived experiential expertise to be actually able to mentor people, women who've been in domestic violence, who've been assaulted, adult sexual assault, child assault, and they're going to mentor them, and it'll be free of charge. So there's no charge to these young people or older people come in for treatment. Because many people don't have insurance. The kids have insurance, but they don't have insurance.
Right.
So then they don't get the treatment they need. So we're going to be addressing all of these people and their needs.
So how, if that happens to be a family, Dr. Gopal, that's been affected by that, impacted by that, and as you said, the parents do not have insurance, but the children do under Medicaid or what have you, how can they get that help from you?
So what they can do is they can contact you, they can contact me, they can call us directly on our number, which is 1-833 SAFE CHR SAFECHR 1-833 SAFECHR, and there's a few prompted to press a button 1 or 2, and they can be connected to us. Leave a message. They can also call our office at 219-513-8508. That's 219-513-8508. 8508 and ask for me or ask for Dr. Sandra, Sandra, Dr. Sandra. So either one of us would be happy to help.
And if they don't have the insurance, then they would fall under your grant. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. If they don't have insurance, they fall under our grant.
And what type of families are actually qualify under this grant?
Any family that has experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, or human trafficking. Absolutely any family.
Well, this is very big, and I commend you and Mid-America, Safe CHR for having that heart to help, because violence is not acceptable, but it's so big. It's becoming a bigger epidemic than most people know, that it happens even to the best people, to those that are even in top professions, that are CEOs, that are CFOs. It happens. There's violence in their home. They may not publicize it, but you know that they're going through it.
Absolutely. And you think, and there's no strata here. It goes cuts across all socioeconomic barriers. You have the wealthiest family, just like you said. It's such an important point that you just said, and I hope people understand. It's CEOs, it's CFOs, it's presidents of organizations. It's extremely wealthy families. They have the worst incidents, some of the worst incidents of domestic violence and murder. So it cuts across all barriers, and thank you so much, Eve, for bringing that up, because people seem to think it only happens in poor families.
Exactly.
It's absolutely untrue.
Exactly. And I guess because those that are up in those levels of society, if you want to call it that way, know how to hide it better.
Right. And they also don't seek for help. They don't seek help because it's too dangerous publicized.
Right.
And you can help.
Yeah, and what's worse, Dr. Gopal, is what I've seen for myself and witnessed is the fact that sometimes there's a language barrier, and an American English speaking person, in this case male, marries a Spanish speaking bilingual, broken English, and they overpower them. And it's sad enough that they threaten them to deport them if they speak up. So they're in silence. And the violence continues, and then they have children, and the children need psychiatric help, psychological help, or for therapy or clinical, whatever they need, because that person is overpowering the one that does not know the language, that does not know the rights. But here we are at Safe CHR to bring that awareness, right, Doctor?
Absolutely, yes. And domestic violence, I'm glad you mentioned that, because domestic violence is not physical abuse necessarily, not just that, even though that's probably the worst situation. But what really leaves a mark is the psychological abuse, the emotional abuse, the economic abuse. So there's different forms of domestic violence. The economic abuse is where the guy goes to the woman's job and then makes her life miserable. And so she ends up losing her job, and she can never keep her job. And then when it comes to custody issues, you say, well, you don't have any money, you can't keep the job. The courts are going to give the kids to me, because at least I could take care of them.
Right.
So that's economic abuse that takes place in the courts in domestic violence cases. But the good part, the judges are trained. We have fabulous judges. We have really good family court judges. In fact, Indiana is the one state which actually began the child care within the court system, so that parents could bring the children in for child care. Judge Arredondo, when he was the Chief Justice of Family Court, brought that to Indiana, and he created this child relations court and a child-friendly court, so the kids could play video games, they could just relax while parents were going through their divorce proceedings in another home.
And that's good to know. That's good to know, because some families probably don't know, and they cancel their court dates because they didn't get a babysitter. And sometimes the person that answers the phone may not be informing them, or if there's no questions asked, then they don't know. And sometimes we don't know what to ask. And so I'm glad the program, this platform, we utilize it for people to be informed, for our community to get some knowledge, and be aware of what we have available. And through Save CHR, and I just, to me, it's a humbling acceptance on my behalf, speaking for the Latino, being that voice. Dr. Gopal, I thank you again for allowing me to be part of it, because some of it has happened to me. And there is manipulation involved in violence where they make you feel that it's your fault.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for Save CHR, we are a not-profit, all-volunteer organization. So we have operational costs for this program and others. And we also are building a village to keep our kids safe, the ones that we rescue. Because much as we want to focus on prevention, the sad reality is that there's a lot of kids that are already being abused, being trafficked, and they have no place to go. We have only 2,000 beds in the entire country, and we have 300,000 children being trafficked, anywhere from 100,000 to 300,000 children, and about 25,000 adult females being trafficked in the Midwest area alone. We need to protect our women who come out of this so that they can have a safe place to heal. And so we need the funding and the donors. It doesn't matter how much people give, every penny counts. It's the thought that counts for us, and it's a desire to help. So we would really appreciate if people would donate to the village, to a program that you think it really catches your attention. And we have different programs, and we thank you so much for bringing this up.
Well, it hits home, Dr. Gopal. It hits home because I have seen women that are broken, that are devastated, that are frustrated, and that they feel that they lose their children because they're trying to protect their children from sexual assault. And sometimes, I will say this boldly and bluntly, yes, we have great judges, but in some cases do fall in the cracks, in the and fall through the cracks. And we need to also help those families or mothers that feel that there's no hope, that there's no way out, that all they're hearing is you're going to lose your child if you don't allow this, or if you don't allow that. And all we as a parent will do whatever it takes to protect our child from a monster that's not well mentally, that it has sexually assaulted their children, or that has manipulated them. And there's an emotional roller coaster. That's abuse, as we said earlier.
That is very huge. Because what the sad part is they actually believe every word they're being told. And your listeners who are in such a situation right now at this moment, they're being brainwashed into believing that they can't leave. That if they leave, there's no one out there to protect you. But believe me, there's a zillion people out here. We're all here to protect you. And so we are here to help. So please reach out to Eve, reach out to me at 1-833-SAVE-CHR. Reach out to the community. There's a crisis hotline you can call. There is a tremendous amount of resource. And what's happening is that people who are perpetrators are afraid you'll have access to this and actually take that next step.
Right.
Take that next step, because that step could be the first step towards freedom.
Do you have any questions, Juanito?
Hi, Dr. Gopal. This is Juan Andrade, and congratulations. I know when it comes to domestic violence and so forth, you have some state legislators. That's okay. Finish up. Okay. You have some people that are in Congress right now that are trying to push special legislation that people that may be in a domestic violence situation or in a violent situation where they want to pass a law to take that person's gun away if that person owns a gun, which would help. You now have, for example, GPS bracelets that need to be used more in domestic violence situations, so that the perpetrator gets to have a bracelet put on them with GPS, so that if they go anywhere where the victim is at, it sends up an alert, and then the police can go get them right then and there. But when we talk about right now, what's happening at the border where adults are being separated by their children, and the other thing that I don't really know about that's been in the news lately is you got these caravans that are coming from groups of people from different nations in some of those caravans, there's only the children that are coming and not the adults with them. So they're potential victims there.
There are victims already.
Go ahead, Doctor.
Absolutely. So what's happening is you're right, because at the border, the huge human tragedy. I mean, there's a bad enough humanitarian tragedy where we look at people not having enough in their own home countries and fleeing persecution from Latin America.
Right.
The tragedy I see because of the work in is a displacement trauma that's happened already between children and their parents. How do you separate a 4-year-old from her own biological? A completely foreign country. It's bad enough if you separate them in their home country.
Right.
It's bad enough if you leave them and you leave them with a stranger and they have no idea who the stranger is. But then you put them in sort of like an orphanage, a fanciful orphanage situation where they're all sleeping on the floor or sleeping on beds that are makeshift. They don't know where they're going next. They've never met the person next to them in their life.
Right.
They're now being taken care of by older boys and girls. The risk for sexual abuse is so great that after all of this happens, there's going to be a study that comes out, not one, but several studies that come out on the impact of what just happened. It is a huge human tragedy, and even though we call this a national emergency, the true national emergency is the devastation of these children's lives.
It is. And on that note, pause right there for a second, Dr. Gopal. We're going to go for a commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
The home of $53 down. Driving in the state of Indiana without.
Do you have any questions on social media, on YouTube? Ask away. That's how it felt in your car. You had loud. You had it loud in your ears, but they were in mine too. So is that too loud for you, Juanito? Look at him. He had it like that in his car. My Facebookers, thank you so much for joining us. This is an important topic that we have to talk about. We have to bring awareness. We have solutions, and that's Safe CHR. Like our page, Safe CHR for Coalition of Human Rights. You heard Dr. Gopal. We're going to talk about the project, and that is to rescue your child. If you have a missing child, report it and keep reporting it. If you are a victim to human trafficking, to sexual assault, to domestic violence, please let us know. You know how to reach me. Don't reach me for nonsense. This is a very important project. This is one of 4 projects that I am currently working on in Illinois and Indiana. Because it is up to me, but it's not up to me. It is my duty, my due diligence, my responsibility as a woman of God to help, to be in the forefront, to be the voice that those that believe that they don't have a voice. Well, here we are to advocate and to be that voice for you. Don't be afraid. Do not live in fear, because fear is fear itself. And God does not give you the spirit of fear. Give yourself courage. And I'm here to help build courage in you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to inspire you, and to empower you. And that's what we do here in this program, right, Juanito? We empower you by bringing you awareness, by informing you, by educating you, so that you know what's happening out in our communities, out in your backyard.
This new sound is only heard on AM 1370.
And Mr. Sanders?
The region's choice, the people's voice.
That's right. Hey. All right. Okay, we are back here in Nuestra Comunidad Noreste Indiana, NWI, that's our community Northwest Indiana. Tenemos a la doctora Gopal, que está aquí como parte de una solución. She is here as being a part of a solution. We talk about the problem all day long, but Safe CHR, Safe Coalition of Human Rights, is a solution. Talk a little more about that project, Dr. Gopal. What will we have in that project once it's being built? And it will be built. We're going to be digging ground this year. We're going to speak it, Dr. Gopal. We're digging ground.
Absolutely.
We're digging ground this year.
It will be built. From God, from your mouth, God's ears. We want to be able to build a village. We're calling it a village because it is a group. It's several houses that we're putting together. We're going to be building an educational center, a meditation center, and a cafeteria cum activity center. And along with that, they're going to also be having equine therapy. They're going to have falls for dogs. They're going to have veterans. That's the big for me because I'm a daughter of a veteran. We want to rehabilitate veterans so that they come back and do what they're best at, protecting our families. And so we have Commander Ed Peralta, who's going to be heading that effort. And I know you've had Ed on your show before, I think once or twice. And he is going to be heading the entire security task force for the village. So we're going to keep our kids very safe and make sure that there's no criminal elements that come into this center. So it's a holistic healing center. And I've been in this field for about 30 years working with, and I was actually trained in a residential treatment center. And so my excitement about this is that we can do this. It can be done.
Yes.
The reason these have failed in the past or haven't been that successful is because they haven't really implemented the infrastructure of and the clinical programming that goes into it. So there's a lot of programming that goes in where, and by programming I mean there's therapies, there's activities, there's healing, there's multimodal therapeutic settings, and there's job opportunities, there's education opportunities, and we're going to bring them back out after this, and where they go back into society. They have their children, they have their families, they do whatever it is they choose to do. They didn't ask to be molested. They didn't ask to be raped. Nobody does.
Right, right.
And it's a very cruel and terrible thing that happens to them. And it's our responsibility as a society to rehabilitate our children and to protect our children and women and families. And that's what we're going to be doing. They'll stay there. We will be employing local teachers who are probably retired, but have so much to offer, years and years of experience. So the local teachers to work in these schools and with these kids. And we'd love for the community to offer to be mentors. You know, business leaders, people who are housewives staying at home, but have so much to give, so much love and so much nurturing to give. They could be community mentors. Fathers who are single fathers or who are married, fathers who want to participate and be able to mentor a young person and make sure they succeed in life. Or it's always sometimes one individual, just one individual who can make a huge difference in a child's life or another individual's life. I've heard this so much. They said, you know, my third grade teacher, because of what she said to me, I've become what I am today.
Wow.
And it's just influence of adults in their lives, healthy adults in their lives, makes a big difference.
Wow. And we're currently hiring, right?
Project.
We're currently hiring, I'm calling you Pastor. Dr. Gopal, we're currently hiring, and where do they need to go for that?
Yes.
What positions are you looking for?
We're currently hiring therapists to work with our kids. So if you have a license in the state of Indiana or your license eligible in the state of Indiana, then please contact Steve or contact me and send us your resume.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gopal. We're almost at the end of our show. Any last minute thing you'd like to bring up that we may not have asked that's important for our community, for our listeners, viewers to know?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think what happens to us is just used to bad news. We hear bad news every single day, that we're numb to anything bad that happens in our community. If it happens in someone else's family, well, thank God it didn't happen to mine. There's a sense of numbness in our culture.
Right.
And it's a scary thing. It's a frightening thing for me, because when you get numb to crime, then crime happens.
Right.
So I think we need to awaken our society. We need to say, hey, take a look around you. What can you do for the other person?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do to keep your community safer? What is it you have within you that you can give as a skill to someone else? Right. How can you help? And I think we need to ask these questions of ourselves.
Well, those are very good questions. And we hope that the information that Dr. Gopal has brought here to you is very helpful to you. Maybe not you directly, but someone you know that's going through things, that there's domestic violence, that there's sexual assault, that there's molestation, that there's abuse emotionally not just physically or maybe just emotionally. That happens to be a lot. There's a lot of manipulation involved in families, even with the parents to their children, not just husband and wife, not just boyfriend and girlfriend, but there's also abuse to their child, as far as emotional, because they'll say you're no good, you're this, you're that. That's emotional abuse. Please reach out to Save CHR, like our page, go to the website, and that's savechr.org. Thank you so much, Dr. Gopal, and again, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Even one.
Thank you. And that concludes our program here on WLTH AM 1370, the Regent's Choice and the People's Voice. We are on AM 1370 and 92.7 FM, and also 1370WLTH.com. And also thank you for following us on YouTube and also through Facebook. We appreciate you always.
And next Friday, Araceli Corona a Nuestra Comunidad NWI.
Hasta la próxima. Gracias por acompañarnos aquí en el video. We're done with the air. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. Nos vemos. Hasta la próxima. Don't forget 2 o'clock today on social media, on YouTube. Find Eve Gomez. I will be going live. You do not need to be my friend to watch it because I am public. I belong to the public. So watch this interview at 2 o'clock with Bill about the crystal skull. There's something interesting, something spiritual about this crystal skull. So stay tuned for 2 o'clock on social media. Nos vemos hasta la próxima. Cuídense. Have a great weekend. And for my Facebookers and my YouTubers, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We love you. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe. Hey.